What's going on, everybody? It's Dot Bets. I'm checking back in. Buddy, unfortunately, could not make it. He has a busy schedule, so hopefully we can catch him later on. I think we are doing another stream on Sunday, but we are going to be breaking down, or I will be breaking down the NFC least division in the NFL last year at least. So we'll see how it plays out. If you guys are a first-time viewer, go ahead and throw it in the chat. Let me know who you guys like for the NFC East this year. We also have the Hall of Fame game tonight, so we are definitely going to be watching some football. Got that on the other screen here. So if I jump for joy as Malik Turner gets a touchdown or James Washington for my DFS lineups, you'll know why I'm pretty much hollering and screaming. So, but no, we'll get right into it. As always, if you enjoy the content here, give the stream a follow. The least you could do with all the engagement, if you guys want to just talk in the chat, that kind of dictates some questions for me. It makes the stream go on a little bit longer than normally would, but it usually stays here for about 45 minutes to an hour, and we'll break down the NFC East division, or the NFC East division, and then we will go through each and every schedule, and I'll give you guys my picks for who's going to win the division and regular season win totals and so forth. So put it in the chat who you guys think is going to win. Off the top right here, I'm just going to say it. Cowboys are America's team. Everybody loves betting them. Trader, appreciate the follow, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll be here all season long. We got every Thursday and Sunday. Me and Buddy will be breaking down each and every division as we move forward. So I think on Sunday it's the NFC North or something like that. But yeah, so we'll do that all the way up until the season starts, and then we'll do live Sunday mornings, live I think Wednesdays or Thursdays, where we just pound out content for you guys, give you guys picks left and right, DFS lineups, all that stuff. So appreciate that follow. But no, right off the bat right here, I'm going to tell you guys the team that will win the NFC East. It will be the Washington football team at plus 230. Basically, my thought process is here, without obviously going through the whole spiel with the schedules. Their defense is simply superior in the league. Unless injuries happen on the defensive side of the football, I do not see this football team losing. They've made improvements to the offensive side. They got Fitzpatrick, they got Curtis Samuel, Adam Humphries. There's already potential in having a long-term running back there with Antonio Gibson, which I'll get into. He's one of my favorite players in this division this year for fantasy purposes. So if you have any fantasy leagues, I would try to target him as much as possible. They got J.D. McKissick for a nice third down back. And then I just think the addition of Fitzpatrick is going to, one, lose them games at times, but I think they will win more than they should. Last year they had, Alex Smith and Heineke. It was just like a revolving door of quarterback play, and I see the stability this year, and I'm looking forward to it. I like this value here with the football team at plus 230. So I'm going to sprinkle that. I'm going to put a whole unit on this, and for you guys checking out the stream, you guys got that here. I'll throw that in my Discord as well. Speaking of Discord, you guys can join me and Buddy Bet's Discord, which I'll pull up on the screen here. We go, we're in it every day, 24/7. We got MLB, we got NFL, we got football, NBA. Buddy Betts has been killing tennis. So if you guys want in the Discord, all you have to do is subscribe. You subscribe to the Twitch channel, you're automatically in. Then we'll give you free plays from there. But if you do a tier 3 subscription with Twitch, which I think is like $24.99, you get full access to our Discord, all of our plays for a whole month. So $25. While we're offering $30 if you DM us. So a nice little $5 discount if you go through the Twitch channel. So like always, I appreciate you guys following and tuning in. But so that is that's my future, who I think is going to win the division here. A lot of people are going to be saying the Cowboys. Only reason why I'm off the Cowboys is just so much question marks. So they got a lot of talent, but who can they sustain an entire season without getting hurt on both sides of the football? I know they made like 8 draft picks this past draft, trying to improve that defense because that offense is already explosive. So we'll see how Dak looks in return. He's already got, I think it's a lat issue. They said it's more of like a baseball injury. So I think they reached out to like the Rangers or something like that. So it's a little bit. I think it's just going to linger throughout the season. I don't think it's going to go away. So we'll see how that transpires throughout the year. So that's already a question mark. Then you got Cooper on top of it, who misses games left and right. So another guy that I'm liking on this team, fantasy football wise, is definitely CeeDee Lamb, and I think Michael Gallup takes another step forward. Depends on Cooper. If Cooper misses games here and there, we'll see how it goes. But those are my 2 that I like, and I do like a bounce back year from Zeke. And we actually have football, so Rudolph just threw a pass. Holy crap! We got football, boys. I love it. Woo! Let's go. Wheezy, what's up, man? Checking out the stream again. Wheezy is, you see that 1 right there? He was our first subscriber, all right? He's been true and true pretty much on every stream. He's in our Discord. Absolutely killing it, man. We appreciate you. So, yeah, just the other 2 teams right here real quick. So the Giants, I do think they can take a step forward. They've just been a kind of a mess in training camp so far. Galladay got hurt with a hamstring. You got Daniel Jones not looking as crisp early on. Then you got Barkley coming back from a big-time injury, which if you guys have followed ACL injury recoveries, they're not the easiest to come back from, especially for a running back. They tend to get hurt in different areas. So that is that's a question mark for sure. See, he won't be. I don't think he's gonna be back to that elite status just yet. So that's where they can lose games early on. But it's going to be a lot of Daniel Jones this year, and if he can take that step forward, I'm not really counting on him to do so, especially in this division, especially when you got to play the Washington football team a couple times too. But the Eagles, I think that plus 550 can change if a big time move happens, as everybody's kind of not projecting, but there's rumors swirling. I don't know why you would want to go after Deshaun Watson with all these allegations against him, but maybe they know something that we don't know. Maybe it's not going to be anything. The fact that he's at training camp right now just amazes me. I don't understand how he can be there. So maybe it is not as serious. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not going to put my tongue out there and say something that is false. So I'm just going to say the Eagles plus 550 could potentially have value if they land Deshaun Watson, but that won't stick. So it's just too risky for me. The bet right here is Washington football team plus 230. Definitely the hands down best team on both sides of the football. So I don't know if you guys agree with me or not. Throw it in the chat. I know who Wheezy's team is. I'm a massive deal is what he's saying. Yeah, exactly. Shit, Wheezy. But no, Wheezy's team, if you guys haven't been following the stream, it is the Cowboys. So he probably didn't like the fact that I had all those negative comments about them. But to each their own. Then there's also, actually, one big thing about DraftKings that happened today. I don't know if you guys have seen or if you guys use DraftKings or whatnot. They got same game parlays. So that is going to be crazy. Usually that was exclusive to only FanDuel, I believe. Maybe a couple of their online books. But only time I could ever do a same game parlay was on FanDuel. So I'm excited to get that for football season. I don't use it as much with MLB. I loved it during NBA season. I think those are pretty much the easier ones to predict. But no, I'm going forward. I'm very, very excited to have it for football season with props. Playing DFS, props go hand in hand. So I like doing a lot of props throughout the season as well. And you can get all my plays all in the Discord. It's only $30 a month, $25 if you want to sign up through the Twitch channel. So you get all my plays, all my DFS lineups, all my DFS strategies, all for low $25 a month. Grumpy Lobster. Who are you on tonight? Cowboys or Steelers? Appreciate you checking out the stream again, man. I am on. I didn't take anything. I leaned it in my Discord since it is the first game, but I did go. I leaned the Steelers. I think they can just win it, basically on their quarterback depth and their defensive depth tonight. I think there was just a turnover. I don't know if you guys are watching. I think the Cowboys just turned it over to them. But no, those are my. I think Buddy was on the under as well, so he liked the under. A lot of times in preseason, as you'll see, defenses shine. So if you guys are playing some single game showdowns for DraftKings, captain wise, you can definitely play the defenses for captains. But yeah, no, I'm on the Steelers, just a lean, no official pick, nothing like that. So yeah, let's go to some player props. So, like I said before, we're going to go to player totals. So Antonio Gibson is probably my MVP for this division, or he should be. Let's see what his rushing touchdowns are. Grumpy, I'm on the Steelers. Boom. Was there a turnover? I just saw it went to commercial. I don't know if the Cowboys got a turnover or not. Let's see. Antonio Gibson. Is he not on here? Not on there for touchdowns. So is he on there for rushing yards? There he is. So they think over 1,025 and a half. 1025 and a half. I'd probably lay off that number. I would. No, I'd stay off this number. I wouldn't probably play this. I was trying to see his touchdowns because I think he's going to get a lot of touchdowns. So if that pops up, I'll have a play on that for sure. Yeah, Steelers turnover, Cowboys ball. Shit. Okay, I got it on now. And then receiving yards. So CeeDee Lamb, I think this is one I'm going to take for sure. Is CeeDee Lamb's regular season receiving yards over 1050 and a half. I think this is a no-brainer. Even with Dak Prescott's injury, it's at minus 140, so I think a lot of people are liking this as well. My thinking with the Dak Prescott injury is even if he is laboring at times, he's going to dump the ball off, and CeeDee Lamb runs go routes. He runs everywhere on the field. He runs across the middle. He's going to get a buttload of yards this season. You just saw it last year, just a glimpse of what he had, and that was a half a season with that. So I really like his upside this year for sure. If you guys can get him in fantasy, please do. He's probably going, I think, in the third, fourth round or so. So those are the two prop totals that I like from this division. Just trying to see if I liked any passing yards. I stayed away from Dak. I don't like his totals just because they're incredibly high. So if you do want to fade it a little bit, you can go the under. It just depends on his health. If you're betting on that, you're betting on his health. If you think it's over, you think he's going to be healthy as can be, because that's what he should be in this entire Cowboys offense. That is, it's deep, but they just got to keep steady and keep healthy. So we'll see. But those are the two props that stood out to me. Those are the two go-to guys, I think. I think a guy like Terry McLaurin for Washington could have a big year. Again, not going to take any of his receiving yards total. With Fitzpatrick, I would lean the over. But just sometimes Fitzpatrick, gets himself in trouble, throws a lot of interceptions, so he's not the most accurate quarterback. So it's tough to see. I mean, then you got Logan Thomas. You got Logan Thomas being a tight end for that Washington football team. Absolute beast. I think he's going to be a top 5 tight end again this year. So watch out for him in fantasy if you need to. If you want to wait on a tight end, you don't want to get Kelsey. You don't want to get Kittle. You don't want to get Waller. You could get Logan Thomas for some value this year. Let's see what he's at. Logan Thomas, over 600 yards receiving. That's pretty doable. I mean, he's going to have some big games. I'm not going to pull the trigger on stream with that. I'll do a little bit more research, but definitely do like that. We got the Steelers going, or the Cowboys. I think another red zone, 3rd and 7. So let's see who gets on the board first. They're in field goal range. So let's look at let's go look at the Cowboys schedule. So Cowboys schedule, they play Thursday night, week 1 against the Bucks. I think the line's like -6. So let's see their win totals real quick, and then we'll go through it. Team futures. Regular season wins. Let's go Dallas Cowboys. So over 9. So as you see, it's heavily juiced at -140 at over 9. If you want to fade the Cowboys, fade the public, under 9 is the way to go. Let's go check out who I think roster or schedule team by team and see if they they can get to 10 wins. My money would be on the under, but we shall see. So I think they lose week 1, so 0-1. Chargers at Chargers. I'm going to be nice and give them a win. That's 1-1. Eagles, I'll give them a win. 2-1 at home. Panthers, 3-1. Giants. They could start out pretty nicely. So if I'm going through it, I could see a 5-1 start or a 4-1 start. But these first 3 games are going to tell their season a lot. So you got Bucks. I don't see them. Oh, Steelers sack. Sorry. I don't see the Bucks, or I see the Bucks handing it to them that game. Then you got the Chargers and the Eagles. Do I think they can beat the Chargers? Yes. But if they do lose that game, they start 0-2, the media gets going. And as soon as the media gets going, players start spinning, they start pressing, and who knows what can happen against the Eagles at home. Eagles smell blood. They beat them. They could start out 0-3. I'm going to be generous and give them a 2-1 start, and then an easier road with Carolina and New York. But I'm going to say that New York gets them here. I'm just going to say, just for the sake of doing this, I'm saying New York gets them because it's division. They beat Patriots so they're 4-2. Ooh, Steelers almost picked it. Vikings, I'm going to say they lose. Vikings are going to be a little bit sneaky good this year. Broncos, they win. Let's go 5-3. Also, you got to think about with regular season win totals, over-unders are a little bit inflated because you got that extra game. You have that extra game. So if you do think 9, you've been betting the NFL for a while, you're like, that's a low total for these guys. But just remember, there's an extra week, an extra opportunity for them to gain another win. And the first points of the preseason are a field goal. Cowboys are up 3-0. All right, so back to it. Broncos, they won. So they're 5-3 right now heading into week 10. Falcons, they're going to win. So let's go 6-3. Chiefs, they'll lose. 6-4. Raiders, we'll go 7-4. And then this is the tough stretch. We'll see what kind of Saints team shows up, but I'll give them a loss here because I think the Saints are going to be better later on in the year than they are early. Cowboys are riot. I got them at 7-5 right now. 7-5, Weezy. I know you probably have them at 12-0, but I got them at 7-5. I got them losing to the football team, so they're 7-6. I'll say they split with the Giants, so we got 8-6. Cardinals, beast. So they're 8-7. And then the Eagles. So if they win, they're 9-7. And I gave them a couple wins. They don't even have to play football, or they play Washington twice. I'm taking the under. I like the under. I'm fading the Cowboys team. I got them finishing 9-8, 9-8, 8-9, somewhere in there. I think they're going to blow one of those games that I gave them a victory, especially early on in the season. You got them. They start 0-2, go against the Eagles. I like that right there. I like taking the under, especially plus money. So let's go to the football team. That's crazy because the Packers, when we did this, we see terrible content. You're just mad. I'm being realistic. That's all I'm being. I'm being realistic, and I know exactly how the Cowboys, there's so much hype preseason. Then they come in and just lay a flat egg. But I gave them a 3-1 start. I got 8 or 9 wins. Just think if they start off bad. But the football team is 8.5. I think this is a great number. And obviously, if I think they're going to win the division, I'm thinking they're going to go over 8.5. So this is the play right here, over 8.5, minus 110. So let's look at their schedule. So I got the Chargers. So if I had the Cowboys beating them, I'm gonna have the they're at home too. So I'm gonna have football team winning that game. They're gonna beat up on the Giants 2-0, lose to Buffalo 2-1, Falcons 3-1. Saints, like I said earlier. Trader, you're so generous. You said 8 or 9. What do you think? What do you think, Trader? You think they're gonna be sniff 8 or 9 wins? Like I said, I gave them some games that I think that they could for sure lose. So yeah, definitely was generous there. But back to this after we hear from Trader, I think the Saints are going to be struggling early on. They're going to be a lot better towards the end of the season. So I like the football team 4-1. 4-1 right now. And then they go play Kansas City and Packers. Then they're going to lose 2. All right, so 4-3. The Broncos, winnable game. 5-3. Bucks, I'll say 5-4. So we're at 5-4. Panthers should win 6-4. Seahawks, I'll say they lose. Seahawks are going to be pretty solid this year. Team that not a lot of people are talking about is the Seahawks, but there's a lot of jazz with the 49ers, obviously with the Rams. Cardinals made a bunch of moves. Seahawks are going to stay put. I think if you've been reading some out of training camp, they love this new offense that their coordinator has put together, and I'm excited to see how that works. But I'll give them a loss. So we got the football team at 6-5, going to the Raiders. So that's 7-5. And then I'm going to split it with the Cowboys. I'm going to split it. So we got 8-5, and then we got 8-6. And then with the Eagles, so they basically have to beat the Eagles or the Giants. So they have to beat the Eagles twice or the Giants once, because we're at 8-6. I think this is incredibly doable here by the football team. So I like their over. If you just go through it, I mean, who knows? They could pull off some upsets with this defense. You know, I'm not saying against the Chiefs, but maybe the Bills week 3. Maybe the Bills have a little hangover from a really, really good year, and boom, football team starts out 3-0. So just got to think about certain scenarios, certain game flows. That game's going to be incredible to watch. Then you got, later on in the year, teams are battling for playoff spots, so they're going to be playing hard, and I'd lean to Washington football's defense. Plain and simple, their defense will end up winning the more games than stability at the quarterback position. So for sure like that. So we're going to go over 8.5 for the football team. Over 8.5. Wheezy reporting you for false information. I'm being generous. I was being generous for the Cowboys. Wheezy, what do you honestly think their record can be this year? I want to know. I want to know a truthful answer on you. I don't want to hear no 17-0 bullshit. All right. Then next team up, we got the Eagles. So this is definitely the biggest wild card in this division. Could I see them surprising and competing for the NFC East? Yeah, I mean I could end up seeing it. I just think this is the mystery team of the NFC East. So I'm not going to have an official play on this over under total, but I do lean the over just in case they end up getting Watson and he does play. But I still think Hurts can be serviceable. He had his good games, he had his bad games last year. Another game or another year under his belt. So we shall see. No official play here, but we'll go through the Eagles' schedule and see if we can come up with a better idea. Weasley says 9, maybe 10. 9, maybe 10. We were right at 8 or 9, so it's not bad. So you'd probably end up taking the over. It's a good number. Obviously, Vegas has a lot of time to figure these things out, and you go through it. I could see them winning 10 games. Don't get me wrong. I can see it if it happens. Kudos to them for actually living up to the hype. But I'm going to bet against them. I'm going to go under 9. So, all right. So Eagles over 6.5 or under 6.5. So we will see. So the regular season they play the Falcons. We'll give them a win. I like to say that the Falcons are going to be shit, but you never know. Their defense is obviously horrific. It has been for a while. They lost Julio Jones. They ended up getting Kyle Pitts. So we'll see how the Falcons rebound. I do think that they struggle, so I'm just going to write them down as a W, but you never know. So 1-0, and then they go San Fran. We'll go 1-1. Cowboys, I'll say the Cowboys win that game like I did before. So 1-2. And they play the Chiefs, so they're going to be 1-3. Now the wheels are spinning. They're 1-3. Holy shit, what am I going to do? So that's where like all these future bets kind of get crazy when you're thinking about it long term. You really got to go through the schedule and see and feel how week to week the players are going to react. So definitely think if you're 1-3, you probably just got your butt spanked by the Chiefs, and the wheels are turning, and then you go play Carolina. So hopefully they can get a win there. So I'll say 2-3. But then boom, you go right back on the saddle and you go play the Bucks 2-4. What we got? Trust me, we all know they will fuck it up. I know better than you even. Probably you've been watching them a lot closer than me. But just because I do fall for the hype. I've fallen for the hype in past years. And it takes me a little bit. So I'm trying to mature and grow and be a little bit better by not buying into the hype. Maybe this is the year they do well. But I've just gotten burned a lot by them in the past. So gonna err on the side of caution there. So we got 2-4 after the Tampa Bay. Vegas could give them problems with Waller. I'm going to say they lose that game. They're going to be reeling. 2-5. Then they go to Detroit. I'll say 3-5. Chargers 3-6. I'll give them a win, even though they got to go at Denver, which is tough to win. Tough to win there. Hell, like I said before, the Saints are going to be better later on in the season. So I'll say 4-7. Giants, that's going to be a good game. Just since they're on the road, I'll give them 4-8. And the Giants are going to have to defend home field. Jets, I'll give them a win, 5-8. So we're at 5-8, and I'm trying to find ways to give them. But I'm going to say, so I gave them a win here. I'm going to say they lose 3 in a row right here with the football team, Giants, and then the football team again. So they end up being 5-11. Then they got to beat the Cowboys. So I don't see it. They'd be 6-11. Obviously, give or take, this 4-game stretch to end the season. After a bye week, you got to think about that as well. Coming off of a bye week to go play the football team, having a couple weeks to figure them out. But you got to play them 2 or 3 weeks. 6-10, 5-11 ish. I think I want to say the over. Depends. With their roster currently, I'm going to say under. With their roster currently under, if you think that they can land Deshaun and you think Deshaun's going to play, take their over. But I don't see it. I'm going to go with the under. Nothing official, but that would be my reaction after going through the schedule. And then lastly, we got the almighty Giants, which I was super high on before. I think I was more high on them last year than most people were. Barkley got hurt. I see potential in Daniel Jones. I don't think he's a scrub. But now with seeing just reports out of training camp, they had that big ass brawl, which I love. That's good. I had a coach in college that always say, like, I just wish you guys would not be nice to each other. I wish you guys would punch each other. He's really old school. I liked it. You got to get mad at your teammates every once in a while and show them you really give a fuck. So we'll see. But Jones, early reports out of training camp, he's been struggling. Then you got Barkley coming back, Galladay with some injuries. Defensive side of the football, they're going to have some issues. They've had issues. So we'll see. I mean, 7. So the Eagles are 6.5. Giants are 7. Cowboys are 9. And then the Washington football team is 8.5. So see, that's how I think there's a little bit of value there with the football team being plus 230. They're only a half game away, and they could easily, with their schedule, end up being 10-6 with that defense. So I like it. That's why I'm rolling with that plus 230. But so over 7, a lot of people are taking the over. They're juicing the over. It was like minus 140 for the Cowboys, minus 130 again for the Eagles, and minus 130 now for the Giants. So everybody's thinking that they are a little bit better division than what they were last year, which I can see that. But let's go dive through the Giants' schedule. So Denver, we'll say they win that game. 1-0. Football team, I'll say they lose. 1-1. Falcons, I'll say they win. 2-1. Saints, I'll say they win. I'll say with the whole motto that they're going to be bad early on. I think the Cowboys will win. So 3-2. Rams, they'll lose. 3-3. Carolina, 4-3. Chiefs, 4-4. Raiders are I'm gonna say 4-5 there. I'm gonna give the Raiders the edge there. Bucks 4-6. At home, I'm gonna say they're split. 5-6. Dolphins, I'll say that they're 6-6. They got Chargers, Cowboys, Eagles, Bears, football team, Jets. Oh, sorry, that's preseason. So we're at 6-6. They got to win 2 more games after the Dolphins. 2 more games after the Dolphins. Don't see them beating the Chargers. Tough game here in the division. Who knows who's going to be starting for the Bears? If Justin Fields is in there and he's going to town, he's got him going. That's going to be a tricky game. Tough call here, but I'll give them the edge. I'll give them the edge of 7. Simply on the fact that maybe early on they struggle, even though I had them going out to like a 2-1, 3-1 start. Even if they do slow down, I still think they can get some wins down the road. We'll see how well Barkley holds up. We'll see if Daniel Jones can. But I'd slightly lean the over. Slightly lean the over here. So I'm taking, so what would that be? That would be the over, or the under in Cowboys, over in the football team. I think I went under Eagles, and then over Giants. So over for football team, over for the Giants, and then under Cowboys and Eagles. So you know how that goes. So that means it'll do the exact opposite. So bet the Cowboys to win. No, I'm kidding. I like that. I like that. I just think it all depends on how these guys start. So like, especially the Cowboys, they get off to a bad start. It's gonna be rough for them to come through and get some quality wins at the end of the season. But we'll see. But if we got any other, all you need to know about Daniel Jones is he can't finish a breakaway. Man, that was funny as hell. What do you have, like 90 yards, and then he tripped it like the 5-yard line? That was funny. I don't think I had any Daniel Jones that week in DFS, so I was kind of bummed that it didn't work out. If you guys have any other questions, let me know who you guys think is going to win the NFC East. Like I said, I'm gonna stay true with my word, and I'm gonna go with the football team. So I end up going. So I think the next stream will be on Sunday at 7. We should have Buddy back here, and then we'll go over. I believe it's the NFC North, and we shall go from there. But if you got any other questions, concerns, DM me. Always go. I'm on Twitter. If you guys want to bets right here. Let's do it. Go ahead, give me a follow. Follow the Twitch. I got a YouTube channel as well if you want to subscribe there. I might do a little bit more videos there during the season, but most of the time we'll have our live streams here. Wheezy says the Cowboys. Of course you're saying the Cowboys. I know that. But no, I think we'll get up on out of here. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. But we'll other than that, let's enjoy this Hall of Fame game and let's win some money. And let me know if you guys want to join the Discord. Peace out.